Hey guys, it's your local Speechy here, and today I'm going to be talking about my clinical fellowship year. So today it has been officially 4 weeks since I started working. It's just crazy to say because I've been making these videos since I was a senior in college and I didn't really know how far I would get with speech pathology just because it is hard and it is competitive. And it's crazy to say that, I'm actually working as a speech pathologist right now. I don't know, I still feel like a student. But anyway, if you haven't seen my other video about my CFY, I'm at a private practice and I'm with the pediatric population. And the oldest kid I see is probably 8. Yeah, the oldest kid I have is an 8-year-old. My youngest kid is 1 year and 10 months. So I work 20 minutes away from me, which is not terrible, but also the gas prices aren't helping. So paying for gas every week hasn't been helpful for my budget, but yeah, that's where I'm at. I'll say so far I do enjoy it, and I do enjoy the people that I'm with, and I'm enjoying the kids I'm working with. I will say right before I started, I almost got out of the contract because things were happening, I don't know, for the month before I was supposed to start, I was just seeing some red flags. I was hearing some red flags, and I was starting to feel a little uneasy about my decision, and I was getting really scared, and I didn't want to end up in an unethical clinic. So I was just freaking out, and I felt like I really needed to end the contract and move to the school district so I could at least know that I was in an ethical place, which I just wasn't sure that this place was going to be yet. But thankfully, I do like it. I don't feel on edge right now. I haven't cried yet, which I keep saying is an accomplishment in itself, because the clinical fellowship year is supposed to be one of the hardest years that you're gonna go through as a speech pathologist. So the fact that I haven't cried yet is a positive experience in itself. I will say I'm very appreciative that the clinic that I'm at has a lot of resources. They do have a lot of treatment rooms. There's a lot of people working there that I can collaborate with. And that makes me feel a lot better and less stressed having to figure out, materials and stuff like that. So that part is good. So the first week I started working, I didn't actually know I was working yet, and I was told 2 days before I was supposed to be working. And, they also really wanted me to have my license by a certain day, which just doesn't really happen. So I was freaking out about that, and I was just really scared they were going to make me do something unethical, and I kept texting them, and I was like, I can't see any kids. I don't know what you want me to do. But thankfully, they canceled my clients for Sunday, Monday, and my Tuesday morning clients. And then Tuesday afternoon, I got licensed. So that evening, I had clients, which was crazy to say. I didn't think it was going to happen that quickly. And I don't know, it's just crazy to know that I was a student a few weeks ago, but now all of a sudden I don't know, I have my own caseload. I don't know, it's crazy to think about. But yeah, so that's what happened. Thankfully, I had such a hectic clinic for my last placement that I was slightly numb to the chaos, and I was just happy that it wasn't as chaotic as the last placement. So I was already used to this craziness from my last placement. And the only thing that makes me happy right now is that this clinic is very organized and they do know what they're doing. And my last placement, it did not feel like that. So as long as that's happening, I am feeling okay. But that goes into my next part about my independence. I've been completely independent since my first week, which is, I don't know. I keep saying this, but it's crazy to say because I was literally a student this past semester, and now I'm independent. It still doesn't really feel like I'm an adult and I'm working and this is my job. I don't know. It still feels like I'm getting experience. I don't know if that's a bad or good thing to say, but yeah, that's what's going on. So yeah, I'm completely independent. Thankfully, like I said, there are a lot of people working there, so I'm able to talk to whoever I want to, and I can get advice if I need to, and everybody there has been very nice and very helpful. So that's always great for me. And I do have my mentor there as well. She's there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we have made it a goal to have meetings during that time, and she's been getting some supervision in. So it's really nice that my mentor is being very helpful right now. I'm trying not to ask treatment questions, I'm trying to figure it out by myself, But sometimes I do have a kid where I'm like, this is a difficult case and I was never prepared for this. So occasionally I do have to ask my mentor for some help and advice for my kids. So to talk about the caseload, I have over 30 kids right now and it's slowly increasing, which is crazy. So I already took over old SLP's caseload, so that's why it's pretty full already. I know the other CFYs at the clinic that just got their full license said that it was kind of crazy that I had a full caseload. And that leads me into my schedule. So my schedule isn't too amazing, I will say. I work Sundays through Thursdays, and then I have Friday and Saturday off. So Sunday I work from 9 to 5, and then Monday I work from 10 to 7. Same with Tuesday and same with Wednesday. And then Thursday I work from 9 to 2. So Thursday, thankfully, I get a half day. So I do have a 40-hour week, but so far I'm okay. I haven't gotten any migraines yet, which I think is also a success. I've also been trying to do stuff for myself after work and, work out or read a book and stuff like that. So I think that's really been helping me out these past few weeks. And I don't know how it's going to be when I have, a lot of evals and stuff like that, but right now that's getting me by. Anyway, today is Sunday and I got off a few hours ago. Today was kind of a light load. It's the day before 4th of July, so a lot of people did cancel, which I'm not mad about. I still get paid if they cancel or not, so, little break for me. And then tomorrow is 4th of July and I will be working 4th of July. They did give us an option to take the holiday off, but we only have 3 holidays in total that we get paid time off for. I wanted to save my holidays for something else where I know I have actual plans during the day or if I'm going on a trip. And I already work on Sundays anyway, so it wasn't like I was going anywhere on the weekends. So yeah, I'm working on 4th of July and I have a few clients that canceled already. We're gonna see, what it's like tomorrow. But anyway, the nights before I work, I usually make my lunch, I get my clothes ready, and I get my bags ready for tomorrow. And then I also write down all my goals in my journal. And it is the same journal that I've had for the past 2 years and I've been using for my clients. And I'm trying to, finish that one up. So that's what I do every night, and that just helps me prep a little bit more. I really like having my downtime in the morning, like waking up, eating, and just relaxing, and I just hate having to rush. So yeah, that's what I do the nights before. I'm not going to film what I'm doing tonight because I already talked so much anyway. So I'm going to start filming again tomorrow morning when I'm getting ready for the day and I'm going to head to work. Yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Okay guys, this is the fit today. I have a semi 4th of July shirt and my pants that I've worn for like 2 years in a row for clinic. I just want to say, I don't like America right now, but I will be seeing the fireworks tonight, and I do at least want to make it semi-exciting for the kids that have to come in on 4th of July, so this is why I'm wearing a semi 4th of July shirt. Okay guys, so I'm in a room today, and this is only because it's July 4th and a lot of people are out. So I'm in my friend's room, and usually I just have a cubicle and we just share whatever room, not really share, but whoever has the room will leave and do their notes, and then someone will come in and use the room. My client isn't here yet. It's 10:01. I grabbed vocab bingo because he needs to work on nouns, and I also had the medial consonant words, which you saw on the video, and we're gonna work on that because we've been working on final consonants, and he's been doing okay with that, but I just haven't seen how stimulable he is for the medial consonants yet, so we're gonna look at that. Yeah, that's what we're working on with our first client. I don't see him checked in yet. It is 10:02. I always reload the page because I always get scared that like they're checked in. So I'm just gonna sit here and, you know, prep the session until they get here. Okay, ready? Yeah. Okay guys, so I just finished my first 2 sessions, and what's crazy is for my second client, I was covering for the speech pathologist today because she was off, and this kid literally was at the elementary school that I was at for my second placement, and I like saw his mom and him, and I was like, no freaking way. So I saw him again. That was cool. And that was an occupational therapist collaboration session. My first client did well. He had a lot of spontaneous commenting, which was really good because before we were just working on requesting, and today, you know, he was independently requesting and independently commenting himself, so that was great to see. And I noticed that his K's are a little iffy right now. They don't sound great. And I tried to see if he was stimulable for it. It didn't really go that well, even in isolation, so that one's gonna have to be worked on a little bit. So my next client is a little bit older, and I have about like 10 more minutes until he gets here, but we're working on regular past tense verbs. So I have a worksheet back there that we were doing, and last time he just did matching, so he just identified which regular past tense verb went to which verb. And today he's gonna make his own regular past tense verbs and put them in sentences, so that's gonna be fun. And we're also gonna be working on S today, which I'm really scared about because it seems to be a really difficult sound for him. And last week I tried to probe him for it, and he just like looked at me and was like, this is really hard. And I was like, oh no. And I'm a little worried it's a structural thing because I kind of saw his teeth, I don't know, it kind of seemed like his jaw and teeth movement were like a little funky for that sound. So yeah, that's why I'm worried about S, because I'm still not sure fully the right placements for all the sounds. It wasn't really a thing they taught us in school, I'm not gonna lie. They told us where it was placed in the mouth, but it wasn't like they gave us cues or like simple cues for the kids to get into that formation, so that's what I'm gonna figure out. But thankfully I did bring my little model mouth, so hopefully that'll help. And I have a game for us because he also is working on one-step directions with modifiers. I feel like I'm the worst student ever because I don't actually plan things, but I was taught my whole career so far that plans don't go well and you're just gonna have to adapt. So I think that's the therapist I'm now. Okay guys, so I finished that client. Like we said, we did past tense verbs. And oh my gosh, this poor kid, his mom was like, he stayed up all night with his cousin, and I was like, oh no. And she was like, he's pretty exhausted. And I was like, oh, I feel so bad. So we played Hungry Hippos, and that got him a little bit of energy. And then I brought out the worksheet, and I was like, I'm so sorry to do this. And he stuck it out. He did pretty well. He only got the last sentence wrong. But yeah, he stuck it out. But while he was writing, I could tell like his eyes were like scanning the paper like so intensely, and like he just seemed really slow while he was writing. So I asked him, I was like, is it hard for you to write? And he said, yeah. And I was like, is it because, you know, just the motion of writing is hard, or is it, you know, coming up with letters? And he said it was coming up with letters. So I can't tell if like maybe he has dyslexia and it's just really hard to figure that out, or maybe just decoding in general has always been hard. And it was so sweet. I talked to the mom, and she was like, hey, like his cousin said he sees a difference in him, like he's spelling things, and you know, he's talking more to us, and I was like, oh my gosh, like that's so exciting. But yeah, she said she noticed a difference, and that made me feel so much better. And like, I don't know, maybe that means I'm doing something right, who knows. But these are all my notes, so I'm gonna start putting in all my soap notes for the day. Our soap notes are due at midnight, and since I'm gonna try to see fireworks tonight, I'm gonna try to get them all done today, like before I leave the clinic. And usually I do. Some days I take like 2 home because I get too lazy to actually do it. And it's also lunchtime now, so I'm gonna eat. My next session is at 1 o'clock, and then I have another one at 1:30, which is another OT collaborated one. And then at 2 o'clock, I'm supposed to Zoom meet with my mentor. They got us pizza. My next client comes in 5 minutes, and I've only seen her 1 time. I do know that she was a kid where I had to hide all the toys, so I'm gonna hide everything, and then I'm also going to grab some sensory toys because although she doesn't have occupational therapy, she really seems like a sensory kid. The first time I saw her, she was just spinning around and around in circles, and I don't know, it just seems like she needs something. And I'm hoping that if I get some sensory bins or anything like that, then maybe it'll calm her down and engage with something. And the client I have after her is the OT collaborated treatment, so we're just going to be working together, and she's trying to fill out a progress note today, so I'm just going to be helping out with language and helping with schedule and transitioning. So my client hasn't checked in yet. She's got about like 3 more minutes until then, so I'm going to grab my stuff now so I can be ready.
A bit more education in those different areas, especially because I feel like in grad school you learn a little bit about everything and you don't learn a lot about anything.
Yeah. Okay guys, so I just finished my meeting. It was like an hour long, but my mentor is so helpful, so we just kept talking. Anyway, I'm gonna eat my vegetables so I feel healthy after the pizza. I'm gonna clean up the therapy room because I still have beans everywhere from one of my kids. And then I'm gonna finish up my notes. So my last client no-showed, and they kept calling and leaving voicemails for them to say, hey, like, are you coming today? No one really answered and no one showed up, so I got to leave early. And the front desk felt really bad. She was like, I didn't know if they're gonna show up, and I feel bad that you were like stuck in this clinic waiting, but it's okay because she let me take home some pizza. So that is the end of my July 4th work day, and typically I get out at 7 o'clock. So the fact that I'm getting out, I don't even know what time it is, but it's a really good time to be getting out. 5 o'clock is pretty good. But usually when I get home from work, I have a fitness schedule that I've been doing. So Mondays, I do like a whole body workout. Tuesdays, I do back and arms, and just so on and so on. And then during the weekend, I try to put in some yoga and hikes in there. So that's what I've been trying to do after my work day. And doing something at the end of the day that's just totally for me makes me feel a lot better. And I don't feel crazy stressed right now, and I don't want to jinx anything because I know it's about to get even crazier, and I'm like only at the lowest point of it. But yeah, so I'm very happy to have that schedule in place, and I'm glad I did that. So since my client no-showed at a certain point, I just started making visual cards for my other clients and just getting some things in that I needed to do at a certain point. So yeah, my week is very similar to this, except for getting out early. But it's the same clients that I have. I have a lot of language clients, and I have some articulation clients, and I have my sensory clients. So it's a lot of the same thing over and over. But I'm gonna stop talking now because I realized I literally left the pictures I printed in the clinic, so I'm gonna go grab them. Okay guys, so I went in to get my papers, and I met another CF in the clinic, and I recently have been seeing her, but I think she just now started becoming part-time in the clinic. And it was so nice to meet her, and I found out she literally lives like 7 minutes away from me. So it's cool that I know someone now, and I was like
Well, we can totally do something one day. Do some trivia. So, yay, new friend made.
Okay guys, I just refreshed myself and look, I've got cool star earrings on, so I feel festive. I've got my SLP shirt. This is blue, so it kind of goes with the theme, but the boat is supposed to be kind of chilly, so I needed a sweatshirt. I'm also wearing shorts. Whee! I'm excited. Hope you guys enjoyed watching my day and seeing what I did at the clinic and seeing that it's been my 4th week and I have survived so far, so hopefully I can keep up this good track. Anyway, for now, this will be the end of me talking about clinic and my experience, and I'm sure I'm going to talk about it again soon in another video, but yeah, this is what I'm doing so far. I'll end the video with some good old fireworks, and I will see you guys next time I film. Bye!